Currently, I'm in the back end of Episerver Commerce. You can see I am in the customer management area, and I have selected contacts, which represents both customers and other kinds of contacts in the system. Up at the top here, I have a search area where I can search on different items such as customer names. And I can clear that out. Over to the right, you see I have view area. Currently, I have all contacts selected. But I can create new views and I can filter based on information that's important to me. I have already pre-set up a view called recent orders here, and as I select it, you will see orders that have occurred recently. If I click this button here, it will allow me to edit it, and these are the same items you would see if you were to configure a new view. I would give it a title. I would select the fields that I wanted to see here over on the right. You see the ones that will show up in the view. I can add another by just double-clicking it. And then I can filter out on different information. You can see I've selected the last order date, but there's other attributes here I could filter on. And for that, I have selected this month. Again, there's other items here, and I could combine that with other items I wanted to filter on. I'm going to save, and you'll see that view update. Once I have a particular customer, if I wanted to place an order from the back end, that's also very easy to do. I can just select that customer's name. You'll see here there's different information about that customer. Such as addresses. There could be a number of different addresses. The default here is billing and shipping address. There's other information such as credit cards, order history, wish list, shopping carts, etc. You can extend some of this information right in the Episerver Commerce backend without having to create database tables and things like that. The platform will handle that for you. So to place that order, I can just select the new order button. And now I could select currency. I will leave it as US dollar. If I had a coupon code, I could apply that. To add items to the order, I select the new item button. You can see a number of different products here. I can do some advanced searching if I wanted to drill down in specific catalog categories or certain languages and things like that. I could also just search on a SKU or a product name or something like that. Of course, then I can select a product. Once I do that, I have the option to change the quantity, apply discounts, value-based or percentage-based, and add that item to the order. If I wanted to add additional items, I would follow the same process by selecting the new item button. And then, of course, I have to configure the addresses. I could select a new address or select from a pre-existing address in the customer profile. That represents the billing address. I could do the same thing over here for the shipping address, or I can just select use the same address as the billing address. And down at the bottom, I have different shipping methods. These are, of course, dependent on what we've set up in your solution. And I can recalculate the cost based on those different shipping prices. Once I have that, I can select this button over here. And I could go back in on the screen and edit certain information, look at the customer's profile, update the billing address. Moving over to the details area, I could add another line item if I needed to, edit the shipping address. Now that this order looks okay, I can create a new payment. Again, this is dependent on the types of payments you have set up for your solution, but there's different options available here in this demo environment. I'm going to select Pay by Phone just because that's the easiest one for demonstration purposes. And you'll also note that there's an area here for returns if I needed to process returns in RMAs, notes if I needed to put notes in if someone was calling in or I needed to track some other things here in the back end. I'm just going to save this. And I'm going to go back to the details screen. You can see now that I can release this for shipment. That was previously not available before entering the payment info. And of course, now that goes off to the shipper. Of course, Episerver Commerce has the ability to handle these things through this UI. I will click on Order Management here quickly. You'll notice I can filter on some of the purchase orders, and if I do that, you will see the order that I just placed. Continuing on, you will note that I can look at these purchase orders via different means. Purchase orders that have occurred this week, this month, or all of the purchase orders, things like that. I can also look at purchase orders by status, items on hold, partially shipped, in progress, completed, canceled, awaiting exchange. Furthermore, I can look at things that are in people's carts. I can set up different payment plans. And of course, I mentioned that shipping and receiving area previously. If you were using the Commerce backend, that's where you would handle that. I also have an order search area here. And you can see I can search on different types of orders. I could look at shopping carts. I could look at people's payment plans. I could search based on order status, similar to what I just showed you over on the left-hand side. A range of dates. Return numbers if I had something like that. Order IDs, so if someone had an order ID from an email or on an invoice or something like that, I could search an order based on that. And of course, based on customer. I can place a new order also from the order management area. You can see here at the top, I have a new order button. And I can select the customer. And you'll see a screen similar to the one that you saw earlier. And I would follow the same process to submit this order as I did from the customer management area.